Hello and welcome to Stadia Party Chat Podcast. This is episode number 20, November 6th here. We're recording. I'm here, Ricardo, with my super co-host, Sebastian. Hey, Sebastian.
How you doing, Ricardo?
Doing well, thank you.
Good,
Just
good.
gaming and chilling and studying. How about yourself?
Well, I went on my honeymoon this week, so didn't play much video game. I came back on Friday, so I've been try to catch up, but maintain up to date with the news for Destiny and Stadia, so it's good.
Awesome, awesome. Well, this week we have a bit of a shorter episode, as people may be aware. Stadia made a recent change on their marketing, where they were switching to every other week, which is a little bit scary, but we're still holding on hope. Maybe they're just taking a little bit of a snoozer. I mean, it is hard to pump out news every single week. Yeah, here's hoping to and honestly, they could have put something out with the new feature, maybe talked about a game here. It's honestly not that difficult. I don't know why they decided not to do it, but we'll talk about that later.
Maybe
So
they're testing, maybe they're looking at testing the ground, see maybe to change it back or something. A little bit like Destiny, what they're doing with Trials of Stardust.
yeah, so I guess you haven't been playing all too much, just a little bit of Destiny. So maybe I'll jump into what I've been playing this week
Yeah, sounds good.
before we jump into Destiny.
Mm.
Well, I guess you can talk a little bit about Ark, because you've been
Yes.
obviously swinging from vines, or no, you were getting attacked from jaguars chilling in trees.
Yeah, so I play a little bit of Ark during my honeymoon because at night, me and my wife now, we were just chilling in the hotel room if we didn't have anything going, so I'll jump on the game a little bit. Because I play mouse and keyboard for Destiny, I felt like it was awkward with the controller. So I tried some Arc with the controller. I kind of figure out how to play with the controller and then went from there. Yeah, I developed a little bit more. I still yet to do a stream about like to show my world. I'm probably gonna do that soon. But yeah, I advanced even further in the game now. I have like a better understanding where I'm heading and what to farm for. Because right now I'm at the point where I need to farm like very rare resource. So like I went on the water the other night and then farmed for those black pearl just to so I can build like a motorboard so then I can move on from there so I can have like something like a little bit better in the raft, and then also looking to craft some of the iron and craftsman machinery basically that require gasoline to run. So that's basically where I'm at. And then I'm just accumulating some dinosaur. I need to get some higher level dinosaur now and just to get ready to fight the big boss. So there's like a few bosses you gotta fight. You need to farm for there's some totem you gotta to collect from caves. So I have like two so far. I just need to accumulate the rest, and then I can go fight the boss. It's very hard to know like which direction to go because there's no like I don't know like quest marker or anything like that. It's very similar to Terraria on that side. The only
Mm-hmm.
reason I was able to do Terraria like end to finish was because you guided me through it basically, because you're like,
Your
okay,
Sherpa.
yeah, you were like, okay, let's go fight this boss now or get ready for this boss. I was like, oh, okay. But with Ark, I was like, okay, I look up a few video people doing like 100 days, and then they're just like basically telling me like or saying, okay, I'm gonna do this so I can go fight the boss. I was like, oh, okay, okay. I'll follow the same similar path. So that's the plan so far. But that's been with Arc. Yeah, I was transporting. What I was transporting? I was transporting stuff between my two bases, and I went through the tall trees, and that's when I got attacked by I don't know, cheetah or something like that. jumping off the tree and then jump on me on the bird, was flying through, and I fell down to the ground and he beat me to death. I was like, are you kidding? Like, I didn't know that what could
Ridiculous.
happen. That was like the first time I see that. So I feel like because I'm higher level now, I got higher level like dinosaur. There's like other stuff appearing that I didn't see before, if that makes sense. So there's like certain dinosaur I've seen that I haven't seen. And also there's the Halloween festival happening. So there's like those tombstone like appearing a little bit everywhere. You can collect them. There's like some pumpkin growing. You can collect them and carve them for Halloween. And there's like a couple of things like that. So same with like skins for your dinosaur, so they can be like looking like skeleton or like ghosts. So yeah, that's been pretty much just in the arc. And other than that, Destiny 2, I play yesterday with you a little bit. Did the Grandmaster, which was quite easy, but still took us 3 try. And then, yeah, that was good though.
Yeah, I mean, we had some fun there, but before we jump into our destiny, I was getting through some Control. I was able
Mm-hmm.
to finally see the end credits of Control, so that's
That's
good to
good.
know that that game is now under my belt, so it can be off of the list now. Now it's time to move on to the next one. I played now testing the water for the next ones though. Um, Honestly, now I will say that Control has DLC, which I didn't even realize it was DLC until I got stuck and tried to look something up. So there's like these trials of your powers, and after you beat the game, there's like a brand new floor. And like the astral world has sort of collided with the oldest house, and like it's sort of a mix between the two. And you get these new powers as well, so you're able to even like manipulate the earth underneath you, which
Mm-hmm.
is just next level. Pretty crazy. So you can either like, if you're in trouble, bring it up as a shield, or you can use it to take out ads. um, Lots of different things. You can use it to get to different places, elevate your situation. And then your gun has an upgrade where it's able to break and shatter these crystals.
It's like almost a stasis.
Yeah, everything gets sort of reverted back to stasis. Um, but pretty cool that they threw all this DLC in with the pro version, so all of it is included in the subscription. Um, Loving it. Going through that now, so not yet done. I did, however, end the saga of the Alan Wake floor. So I'm not sure if that's a DLC. If anyone is a fan of Alan Wake, very interesting tangent off of Control. It's its own isolated world of darkness, and you sort of get the light, and you there's a whole lot of like light play with darkness. And so I feel like that was a big theme in the Alan Wake series
Mm.
from those titles. And then at the end, I mean, it's no spoiler because this game's been out for 2 years, but you sort of get hints that Alan Wake is going to be into another saga. So they're saying things are coming from the future, this certain location.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
there's a
So,
lot of cool like segues into there that really hint towards the next Alan Wake coming out in 2023. So that's going to be my guess.
oh, is okay? They didn't say that though, but like
Yeah, they
that's
said
you.
2023.
Oh,
Well, they
okay.
said that the warning was coming from 2023 in the future at this location. I forget, it was some like cottage or something like that, where this Dr. Hartman did lots of like experiments with darkness. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
really thinking that that's going to be a new Alan Wake saga coming out soon. So look forward to seeing that if I'm right. Look forward to getting through the DLC because more control is pretty fun. There is like a couple extra things, so you'll be able to find these like arcade. What are they called? The big boxes with the games and the joysticks.
Yeah, arcades.
Yeah, like arcade box gaming sets.
Oh, okay.
You find these, they're in like some random office, but inside them is like a whole bunch of different gameplay options.
So
You
you
have
can
like
play them all.
you got horde mode, you got like timed mode, you got bosses that you've played before that are increased like damage and difficulty, like whole layers of the game in there with their own achievements, and you get more abilities. So
Wow.
really cool features in there. And then there's the jukebox, which are kind of like time trials. So you put in the coins that you gather from ads and bosses, and then you have to like navigate this. So the world that I played was you navigated 4 sections, and you had to get through all 4 sections as quick as possible. And oh my gosh, the amount of ads they throw at you is very challenging. So I was short by like a minute, I think. No,
Oh.
I did all 4 platforms. I came back to the middle. I'm like, yes, I finished it right under the clock with a minute to spare. And then it was like, oh, now beat the final boss. And I'm like, you're kidding me. A final
Oh.
boss after 4 bosses, basically.
So you got to be very, very good to like complete those time trial, I guess, right?
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
You just have to speed, destroy everything. Now I feel like that I've upgraded my character a lot more. I'd be able to get through easier because like energy recharges and my shield and like the mods you get progressively get better. So I feel like I'm in a better place now. And oh
mm,
my gosh. So if anyone plays this and you're listening right now, do the janitor missions that are in the Dark Alan Wake level, because the mod you get from that is insane. So in Destiny you have a fusion rifle. This is essentially a fusion rifle, but what this mod does is it reduces all charge time. So your
mm,
fusion rifle is now like auto rifle. You just
that's
shooting
crazy.
these massive blasts like as soon as possible. But yeah, love control, love the gunplay, love the gameplay. I couldn't recommend it enough. Now into the DLC. So yeah,
I
that's
like
that's what
that.
that's
I
what
like
I've been
that when
playing.
games are like, single player game, they add like end content like this, like time trial or like extra story related to another game. Because like it's all made by Remedy Entertainment, the
Yeah.
like Control and Alan Wake. So that's awesome they're doing that. Even though like Control is like a 2 years old game, from the look of it, you enjoyed it a lot. So it's a good game. That's for
Oh yeah,
sure.
and explore every bathroom, because I went into one bathroom randomly and then it was like, "Oh, achievement popped up. You found the astral bathroom." And like there was nothing in there. Like there was just like a white void, and I had to jump and fly to this far platform. It was like crazy bathroom. There's toilets flying around. It's just like insane stuff in
Oh
there.
my God, that's
But
funny.
yes, I digress. Control is awesome. Play it if you can, but the other games I've been trying out, Saints Row, I didn't
Mhm.
realize you had superpowers. That's a real cool twist if you haven't jumped into Saints Row 4.
Yeah, it
Uh,
might be for like this one. I don't know if all the other Saint Row had like superpower, but I know
Not
they all.
3.
No.
I
Hmm.
played 3. I beat 3 on Nintendo Switch way back when. But playing 4, like having super jump or
Hmm.
super sprint and stuff, and like ground pound, like I've never like, it's like being a Marvel superhero basically with the
In Saint
GTA
Row.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely look forward to exploring that. Very cool. Um, and then on top of that, I played a little Mafia.
Hmm.
Um, Mafia is very story driven. Reminds me of more of like a GTA, where it's very like character based. I mean, the story went on for the first like 10 minutes just about your character and his
Hmm.
backstory and how he grew up and his like what he did in his young days. And it was just it was a lot of information thrown at you.
Was it
So
was it the game? Was it Mafia 3 that you couldn't like change the color of your skin or something like that? Oh, that
no,
was
that's Saints Row.
that was
So
Saints Row, yeah.
Saints Row has a bit of
A
an
bug.
issue there where you can't change your skin color off of white. So everybody who makes a character, and it may just be me, but everybody else, like you may be just stuck to being a white person.
Oh wow. And also you made some wine into the wine simulation, right?
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that is I preferred to play that on mouse and keyboard, and I
Mm.
never ever play games on mouse and keyboard.
Gotta
Uh,
try a new mouse.
oh yeah, yeah. You saw my Wave keyboard setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all funky ergonomics. Um, I made a bottle of wine. And then after I made my bottle of wine, the banker came and said, "You need to take a loan from me, or you will fail as a business." So I don't know if it was so successful, but yeah, I mean, I didn't like the turn-based situation where you kind of get these pieces and they represent moves and they take up time. So you have to like fit them into the square. And I wish it was just easier for me to learn how to make the square bigger or I just there was so much reading going on, and I think my big problem is that I skip through the reading.
Yeah, like everybody does sometimes, right? You're like, I just want to play the game, just skip through, and then you're like, ah, I should have read that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that may have been the cause of my situation of making a failing bottle of wine. I think it received like a 59 out of 100 in the ratings. So
Well, I guess when you start, like it's a beginning, maybe you're supposed to fail at the start and you're supposed to have like a bank loan. So eventually you pay back the bank or something like that. Maybe it's
yeah,
part of the story or
I'm
something.
sure
So,
it is.
mm.
I don't accept failure like that. So I was like checked out after that. But no, that definitely could be it because then you get to know how the bank works and then how to make a better bottle and like
Hmm.
what techniques to use and what you should upgrade. Because like I was trying to upgrade things and it kept saying like you're blocked from this until you get here. So I don't know. I was kind of confused.
Yeah, it might be you're going through a tutorial first, and that might be the tutorials limiting you to upgrade. And eventually, when you finish the tutorial, you can have like a free play, like you can just start and have everything unlocked.
Yeah.
Sometimes those games, it's like a little bit of a RTS ingredient, I would say. Like it's like okay, yeah, you join the game, but like because it's the first time you go through this like linear type of path, and then eventually you have access to everything on the later, like where you can start a new game from fresh, and but you have access to all the upgrades. So,
Yeah, I very much think that's the situation.
well, I think I'm gonna have to try that one because I really like that type of simulation game. Like I don't understand too much about the turn based, but yeah, like overall, I like games that like the RTS type, like over the top, and then you just have to manage something. I don't know. It's always fun for me, but yeah, I'm hooked on Ark right now and Destiny, so I'll probably gonna be playing that for a little while until we do. Until there's another game, I get tired of Ark or anything like that. I'm probably gonna switch it up.
My one suggestion to 100 days would be to add the Great White North Canadian DLC
Yeah.
and you grow cannabis.
Oh yeah, you were
uh
saying, yeah. I was thinking like you were about to say we like you grow like we make like ice wine or something like that, like we do
oh
in
yeah, I wonder
Canada.
if that's an option because that's specific to Canada and Germany, I believe. The only two places that make
Yeah,
ice
because we're
wine.
so far north in altitude, basically.
It's so sweet though.
Hmm. Oh, actually, like during my honeymoon, we went to do a wine tour and we tasted some red ice wine, and it wasn't that sweet because I'm not a sweet person, and it was so good. We bought some bottle. I know
Oh,
it's a
that's
little bit
nice.
off topic of like a video game, but
Oh,
not
it's
all
right on
ice
100.
wine are sweet.
It's about 100 days. It's
Yeah,
very
exactly.
close.
About making wine. I'm a big fan of wine, so sweet. All right,
Yeah,
you
well,
want?
those were the games for Pro. I haven't jumped into Dirt yet. I'm not a huge
Oh.
racer, but I wouldn't mind giving it a try. I would really love like a racing sim setup. I think that's what would get me into racing.
Yeah,
Um,
I think those type of game now they're like more into like setting up your career and stuff like that. I haven't jumped into Dirt. I think I play one of the older Dirt. I
no,
think.
yeah, I mean, I was
It-
thinking of like the wheel and like
uh-huh.
just being able to like
Oh
drive like
yeah.
that and have the screen like that's what I would need to get into racing games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that bought like a full setup where he has a three screen steering wheel, shifter, and
That's how you do
pedal
it.
with the racing chair. He was a racer. He was racing for Subaru, and he thought like it started to be too expensive because all the race was in the States, so he had to travel to the States, do a race for a chance to win a couple thousand when the old trip cost him like way more. And with now he has a family and everything, it's just harder. So now he's doing like racing into that game. It's a simulation, very realistic. I try to remember the name, but like yeah, he has the full setup and like you can even get like the chair with the suspension, so like it's moving like as you move anyway. But like yeah, those do exist and it's pretty crazy. So I don't think Dirt 5 might be supporting that type of setup, but I'm pretty sure you can buy a steering wheel like you can mount on your desk and the pedal that you could connect to your Google Stadia controller to like tether like the tandem basically. So I'm pretty sure
Maybe
that would
one
work.
day.
Hmm.
I don't know if Hannah would go for the whole setup. She'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, racing, yeah. But yeah, Dirt 5, I think it's uh they made like up to 5 Dirt, and then from my understanding, it's a very good game. I don't know how realistic it is, but yeah, worth to try it, I guess. I think I will try it. Like if I try, I will play with the controller more than mouse and keyboard. I always feel
Hmm.
like it's weird on mouse and keyboard to play racing game. I don't know.
Yeah, I get you. Too much Mario Kart in your
Mhm.
brain.
Yeah,
You're like, I
exactly.
need the controller.
There's like specific game I found that I can play with the controller, and other game I play with the mouse and keyboard. Like FPS, mouse and keyboard, any simulation management, mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I feel like I'm a hybrid, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
All right.
Well, we did play some Destiny. We got through the GM
Mhm.
last night. Had some complications, probably just because of me dying, I think twice. So sorry about
I
that.
I think it was just some stupid debt at some point, and we're like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
we gotta
that
take it seriously. We were just like, oh, that's an easy one, and then we
yeah.
end up doing it 3 times.
The
So
walker
try.
was the worst. He just like rapid fired his cannon and
I
killed us
know.
all.
Behind
Uh
walls, too,
yeah,
behind the
behind
building.
walls. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, we got through it. I mean, it was really the only thing to do this week in Destiny. As you know, Destiny's taken or Bungie's taken their month off
Mhm.
this November. They're sipping Mai Tais, they're chilling.
Yeah,
Um yeah, so not really too much to go on. We didn't even have trials this weekend, so
because
it
we
was
had the Iron Banner.
Iron Banner.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes. Lord Salad. Yeah, I mean some not so different stuff going on. I mean, all the armor is the same except for the new emblem on fire thing, right? They fixed that. I'm not sure if that's in the TWAB or not, but we'll
Yeah,
get
that's
into
in the
that.
TWAB. We can cover that up. So
Yeah,
basically,
let's just
that's
jump into the TWAB. Do you have anything to say about this week other than like we beat the GM? I mean, it was the same GM we saw last season.
no, there was like pretty much it for this week. I'm gonna cover the TWAB and it's gonna cover some of the stuff where find out. So basically Fire and Banner, now you got that flamey look similar to like a, flamey glowy look similar to the Trials of Cyrus, like armor if you become flawless. So they added that for during Iron Banner week basically. So when Iron Banner is active, your armor is gonna be glowing, which is a pretty cool touch they added. So that's one of the thing. I think so DMG like posted that on to Twitter, and also you see it on the TWAB. So
There we are.
yeah, there we go. So it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna have to have a look and see how it looks like. But yeah, pretty nice they added that, I think. So if you want to farm for, I think there's like a meta gun now you can get from Iron Banner. Am I
The
right?
peace bond.
The peace bond, everybody's talking about it. So I don't know if I have a copy of it yet, but I might. But yeah, just farm some Iron Banner. I think you can solo it through the freelancer if you don't like to play against stack or play with stack. So it's pretty good for that. Moving on with Trials of Cyrus. So with what you told me about last weekend, you're
Boo.
not a big fan of like what they did, and the community wasn't really happy either. So what they did is that they're matchmaking. The matchmaking was done via Omni round you won, Omni match you won, and Omni you completed or something like that. So it was they were testing, they were just testing. I know a lot of people were like pissed about that. They had like some numbers like saying that like basically there's less player that would play because of that. And the matchmaking was about 10 seconds. It was faster, I guess, but people didn't like it. So, yeah, so they gonna change that. And next week, we're gonna have the trials lab. So coming back, and they have like some more plan to explain about what change you're gonna do. I think I like that they like testing every week a different way to like find a proper recipe. So I know like they didn't really like openly mention it, or I think they did. They say that they're gonna modify trials to test it out and see what people likes. I really like the capture point that week. That weekend we did like you had to capture a point in the center. That was pretty good.
Yeah, but there was some unfairness to it. Like, for instance, it was hard to come back from a blowout. Like, if they had won 3, for instance, and you win your first one, then the capture point was in their zone, making it
Yeah,
super easy for them just to cap 4 and then take the win.
but then
So
they
there was,
changed that too. They changed it so the capture zone is more in a neutral area every time. So like this, like you're not gonna have to like, oh my god, now it's spawning on their side, so we got to run on their side, and they have time to defend the area. So I
yeah.
think they're gonna change it to make it in a neutral location, which is good. Yeah. So moving on from that, more Trials of Cyrus updates gonna be coming. Uh, moving on, we have the bounty table. So basically this week, starting on the reset, if you're playing PvP and there's a list of name gamer tag. If you play with them or against them, if you play with them and you win the match, yeah, you're gonna get the emblem. If you play against them and win the match, then you can get the emblem basically. So
Ooh.
if you scroll up, the emblem was like showing on top. Basically it's like a blue red color. Yeah, there you go. So looking nice. So yeah, if you just play some PvP and look for those people. You got a
That
couple people
doesn't
on
sound
console.
difficult.
Yeah, they probably like I know Fallout Play is a streamer, very good. There's like a few name in there I recognize from like just like looking at YouTube video or looking up any like
So
people
many are
playing.
PC.
Yeah, a lot of PC, a lot of and there's a few console. So because we play on Stadia, it's gonna be versus console. But if you have someone that play PC and join them, you're most likely gonna hit all the PC player.
Yeah, so
So
we
have
got
a look. It's starting on the November 8th until the November 20. I think
yeah,
every day there's like a couple people. So
cool.
oh, it's Crucible and Gambit. So maybe if you play some Gambit, maybe because the population is
Oh my
lower.
gosh.
Yeah. So that's cool. They're doing that. I'll be in the lookout for that next week.
Yeah, I guess it'd be interesting to try to play, but then you got to win too. Damn.
Yeah, you gotta win. Sometime yeah, I just like play games and I get destroyed. Another time you destroy people and you're like, okay, what who that I play against and who I'm playing with now. Moving on, we have the hero welcome. So there's this little video that they tweeted basically just showing like a call for hero. And basically they want people to like submit a video and hashtag it on Twitter, D2 Hero story. Just so like, I don't know if they want to make a video together, maybe make an ad, just for marketing to show real like gameplay of like players like doing like some crazy stuff. And that's maybe what they're gonna do. So yeah, if you have any like good moment, maybe you recorded, just make sure to send that to them.
Submit your best one.
Mm-hmm.
With Stadia, it's pretty easy too.
Yeah, you
Just
can.
do one of those 30-second clips.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you're streaming, you can like just like clip it on YouTube.
Right.
And Prime is back. So if you have Prime Gaming with Amazon, you can claim an emote, sparrow, a ghost, and a ship. The emote is cup of tea. I don't know. The sparrow was like from Season of the Opulence, and the ghost and the ship. I'm not exactly sure where they're from, but like yeah.
The ship
Uh
is every other ship you've ever seen before.
yeah, they always like I found some of the shit they just like it because it's a legendary or purple, it's like yeah, this is how it looked like. They just change the skin on it.
Yeah.
And it's like all the same one, but that's okay. There's like the emote. I don't think I had it, and cup of tea, and then the grateful crane. I didn't have that, and same did triple shell. I didn't have that. So new gear, I guess. So if you have Prime Gaming, go claim it now.
So here's my question. What's the ghost carrying around with him in those sacks that he's got? He's got like these little sacks on the side of him.
I don't know.
What
Probably
what does the
carrying
ghost
some
need?
some loot for you now.
Okay.
That would be
Well,
something cool if you can have like the ghost carrying some gun for you if like you're overflowing or something.
just a little extra vaults. Give us extra vault space. Give us extra vault space.
Exactly. More vault space, right? I'm always like at 500.
Oh, I gotta go in and clean it up again. And now we got like all these. Okay, the other thing I was pissed about was 3 solar pulse rifles now. Come on, Bungie. Like, anyways.
That's funny. The next one is +1 again. So they have like a new member to the community. So Sam, the Queen Bertley in the social space. So I think he's like one of the person working with Bungie. Yeah, interesting. Fixing, just to go over that. Do you have anything to say about that +1?
No, it just looks like they're adding a female, it seems, into the mix of
Mm-hmm.
social media. So I'm sure they're just trying to, I don't know,
Maybe a new person
diversify.
to for the marketing space of
Yeah,
the
instead
social
of like the
media.
DMG, I guess, character that they
Maybe
use.
DMG is gonna get upgraded and move on or something. Upgraded or
Mhm.
like get promoted. Some odd fixing. So some odd fixes are coming up on the reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it telling us what the known issue? They're saying the known issue, but they don't really say what they're gonna be fixing. It's probably just like a patch for the new trials or the updated trials or something like that. Some known issue. I'll go over some of this stuff after the TWAB, but basically there's like a Telesto. Telesto have been broken since the release at the beginning. I think they've been fixing it like every time they update the game because people find a new way to use it to either populate a lot of orbs or do a lot of damage or anything.
Yeah.
Always a good weapon to keep in your vault for any of this. But yeah, I guess they need to like look at fixing it more. They notice like what's that? Some player can't equip year 1 faction ornament. Okay. They have to polish some of the perk frenzy and rampage. What? Okay, Polish player are getting confused and using the frenzy perk with the rampage spec. Maybe there's like a
This is
translation
because,
issue.
yeah, with the mods that you can put
Mm-hmm.
into the guns, because the translations aren't working well. So,
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that's for the Polish people to deal with.
Yeah, there's like a couple things that they're gonna fix. If you get any issue, make sure you like post it on the help forum so the Bungie can track it.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, there's like some interesting video if you scroll down. So
Corrupted
basically
GM.
corrupted GM. So it's basically 3 hunter using Celestial Nighthawk Golden Gun. They basically kill her in 1 super each. So it's pretty interesting to see that. Good way
What?
to like destroy her, right?
What?
I know, right? That's awesome.
That's what should be done. Why would
Yeah.
you not do that?
So you don't have, I think the hardest part of the corrupted is that fight at the end too.
Can you
So
do? We should just do this
yeah,
next time.
exactly.
Oh my god.
It's just like they just decimated her.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
god.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The next
Wow.
video, it's a pretty funny one. So basically, this guy's using stasis on that we call it, it's a sniper. I think it's a yellow bar sniper. And he just like every time you get booted up, but the sniper go back on top. And eventually he does it again and he spawn right behind him and kill him. So he's like, oh, where did he go now? And he's just spawned behind him. So don't play with them. They're gonna like spawn in a weird location and kill you. And there's
That's
some
funny.
little bit of art there, like
Ooh, that's
the Witch
scary.
Queen, and I try to understand. Like I don't know if it's a drawing or a picture of a hunter with
Uh,
looking
at
good
the
though.
sunshot, it looks
Hmm.
like.
Yeah, with flames in the background. So yeah,
Cool.
so that's pretty much what's happening. In the next week, the next TWAB, we're gonna hear more about the December patch. So basically, knowing that the season reset on in February, we still have like a few months left. They're gonna do like almost like a sandbox update, like a half season update or something like that, and they're gonna let us know what's gonna happen. Some of those
Mm-hmm.
update is the upcoming Sandbox update for the 30th anniversary that's coming up. So that's gonna be December 7th. So they're gonna do some change. They're gonna let us know what they're gonna do. Some of the change coming up. It's the Shatter Dive. They're gonna change it again and possibly some other stasis, a subclass change, and also some light subclass change. I think they like considering into improving stasis. Another thing is like causing still issues. So they're gonna modify it a little bit more. Other change you're gonna do is Vex Mutant class. They're gonna nerf it for PvP because apparently the
No.
aim assist is too strong for it, but it shouldn't affect PvE. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, that's good.
Adrenaline Junkie. To remember what's this perk exactly?
It's the perk that procs damage after grenade kills or damage.
So they're gonna do some change. So if you have some weapon with that,
Yes,
they
I
say
kept
to
some.
like keep it, because they're gonna do some change. Maybe it's gonna make it for better. So we'll see.
What does it mean?
Huh?
They didn't say what they're gonna do.
No, they say like hold on to it. There's some change coming.
Grenade. Okay, so Adrenaline Junkie right now. Grenade final blows grant bonus damage and handling for a moderate duration.
So maybe they're gonna do damage with. So you said damage or final blow?
It says grenade final blows
Final
grant
blow.
bonus
Some
damage.
maybe it's gonna be like grenade damage grant
Oh, that'd
that
be way
bonus.
better.
That
Way
would
better.
be like way better, yeah. So maybe that's what's gonna happen. So
Oh my god. Then my plug one would be insane.
so that's good.
Yeah.
Next thing we got the Arbalest. They're gonna put the anti-barrier. So the triangle perk on it. I think it's gonna be the
Team triangle.
it's gonna be part of the exotic now. You're not gonna need to have the
Linear fusion mod from the artifact.
no, it's an auto rifle this season, right?
No, yeah, it's but you would need a linear fusion anti-barrier mod in the
Yeah,
artifact.
exactly. Yeah,
Just like Ariana's vow.
yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be part of the weapon now, which is a good thing. Whisper of the Worm's gonna get buff. We don't know yet what's gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be a damage boost or something. So we'll see.
I mean, it would have to be.
Yeah, because it's already like has a lot of good perk. They just need to look at more just like Whisper. I think they need to look at all the snipers and maybe do some sort of bonus for like PvE part because I think a lot of people still using snipers in PvP. So
Oh,
we'll
all
see.
day. Yeah, they're all about those snipers and PvP.
Snipers or shotgun all the time, right?
Yeah.
Next thing they're gonna do some changes to Dune March. So they're still noticing that it's procking, it's just doing some weird thing. I think I used it the other day and it zapped like way further or something. So they're gonna do some modification for that. So if you're a big fan of Dune March right now, it's doing a lot of damage. So and there's more change coming to other exotic that they haven't named yet. So they're gonna do some modification to make some exotic attractive, more attractive to be used. Because now we have a lot. We have way more exotic that we used to.
Oh
And
my
every
god.
season they come out with new one.
Two. And then the
And then
armor.
yeah, and then armor, weapon, and they're just gonna do some changes so some of the old exotic can come back and be more efficient or better. So
When was the last time you ever pulled out like Queensbreaker? Do you know what Queensbreaker is?
yeah, I do. I think I
The linear
deleted because I
fusion
don't use
rifle.
it.
Yeah.
I think they need to like nerf it. So like I know the
Or there's like
stimulant, what's sleeper stimulant, they kind of like buff it so it does more damage. But even there, I found like I like to use like
thousand
thousand
voices.
voices is way
Yeah.
better. So
Just does more damage.
exactly, it's
And then
rarer to
what's
get to.
crazy is if you use like a Wither Horde combo with a fusion rifle, that does more damage than having the 1,000 voices. So
Yeah,
it's a
it's
toss
just
up.
a damage over time, right? So
Yeah.
while you're hitting with the other weapons, so it's just like doing damage with two weapons basically.
Yeah.
Some more bug fix coming up. I know it was like at the end of the TWAB they mentioned a few things, but there's still some fix. They're gonna come up on the 30th of December. Sorry, the 30th anniversary in December. So the Overflow Valor is still popping out in the middle of the game for some people, and apparently the Trials of the Nine stuff, like there's some bugs like happening there while people are playing, and certainly disappear in the middle of the screen. I think I saw a video of someone playing
Really?
doing VOG, and it's appearing in the middle of the screen and fall in the hole. I was like, seriously,
Oh,
Bungie doing a flawless or something.
that's
Great.
silly.
The muzzle flash on weapons. So some of the sunset weapon has like a big muzzle flash, like it's just sparking so much that you can't aim with it. They're gonna fix that. This one's more for PC player, I guess. I don't think we see that difference on Stadia, but higher frame rate get higher damage for some reason. So apparently, the Cabal with their shotgun, they do more damage if like your frame rate is higher. So quite interesting how the hell that bug is.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is the GM. It's going to change a little bit. So the catch-up node is going to be available in December, and in the future content is going to be available from the start, from my understanding. It's only going to be available if you have like completed
You have the
the
seal,
triumph, the
right?
seal. Yeah,
The base seal.
that's just going to be for getting the gilded title, I think, from the start. And also, when you complete it and you have your gilded title, the catch-up node's going to disappear.
Right.
So that's what they were mentioning before. So quite interesting.
So you can't farm it, I guess. Farm the one you want. You
You
just have
can
to go.
farm it as long that
You don't finish
you
it.
don't
Yeah.
finish your guild title, I guess. So maybe they're gonna change it. So who knows? Maybe as soon you complete that Grandmaster, that GM for
It'll
the
disappear.
specific, yeah, it's gonna disappear. You're only gonna have access to the one that you're missing. So who knows? And that's pretty much it for Destiny this week. So it was a little bit quiet. So Iron Banner, trials, update, some hotfix. So hopefully we're gonna find out more next week on the next TWAB, like about what's the change are coming for December, and also like what's happening in the meantime, because there's nothing, right? So we got a few things coming up after the 30th anniversary. Got Solstice of Hero, Triumph. Was it
Christmas time.
Moment of Triumph?
Oh yeah, moments of
Oh,
triumphs.
is it? No, that's Solstice. Yeah, the Christmas event, whatever it is, and like Moments of Triumph. Was there anything else? I think that's pretty much it.
Yep, that's it for Destiny until February 22nd.
Yeah.
When the
Alright.
Witch Queen will grace us with her presence.
So that's gonna be exciting. Getting new weapons, getting those like spear type of sword. That's gonna be awesome.
My only fear of getting new weapons is putting the weapons in my vault.
Yeah, they need to figure out a way about the vault space. I'm having the same issue. Every time I look, I'm at 500. I'm like, how the hell I'm at 500? I'm
Oh,
always deleting stuff, and I feel
yeah.
like I keep getting more. So I think I gotta do something like you did. It's just like delete all the weapon that are not like God
Not
roll.
God rolls. Yep. No, out
But
of here.
even there, I keep accumulating.
Yep.
One thing I did though, I watched this video about certain weapon that they're not very good for PvP, and I deleted all those. So
Okay.
some archetype are like terrible for PvP. So I
Yeah.
went in and deleted a bunch. So that's less to worry about. But I guess I'm still full.
Yeah. You'll always be full at 500. And we're a cloud-based platform. We just really need unlimited storage. It's just
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll see.
that's all that's going on for Destiny right now, and I guess we'll have to find our way to some other games this month. And everyone knows that Stadia has done a change where they've decided to release less news, and instead they said we're going to be dealing with more communication. So less news, more communication. I've yet to see what more communication looks like. I have high hopes. I'd like to see more things like the Stadia Connects or the good stuff or Stadia Makers programs
Mm-hmm.
or even updates on Stadia Makers programs. Hey, let's meet some of the developers. Like, where's some of this like marketing video stuff coming out? Like, let's pump that out
Yeah.
because honestly, I want updates on these makers. I mean, we got 100 days now on Pro. Let's talk about the people who made 100 days on Pro. I just think there's a lot of stuff that could be going on here. Um, and yeah, I'd like to know what's going on. I see on Twitter there's a recent update from Skyclimbers.
Ooh.
Skyclimbers? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in like pre-alpha phase testing. As me, I have no idea what that means. I mean, let's explore that more. Let's talk about um who's behind Sky Climbers, like their journey. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like we need some more like we need to build the Stadia community a little bit here.
Yeah, and like Skyclimber, that's good. We're receiving some update. I don't know where you saw this, but I'll need more of these. Like, give us like tell us like what's coming up. Like, you know, the 19th of November is coming close. We didn't hear anything about what they're gonna do. Maybe they keep it a surprise or something, which is fine. But like maybe you should just say like, oh, stay tuned. There's a video coming, like or like a streaming for news about Stadia. So I want to learn more what's going on. And the communication piece might be just to like get more feedback from the community, right? Be able to like find out, hey, like what you guys want, which game do you want, like things like that. All location are procedural generated using the Ion engine. Cool. So they currently on their pre-alpha. Is that what you said?
Yeah, you see, as we make great progression on this round of pre-alpha.
Mm-hmm.
So they got images here. Oh,
So they can
it gives me this
probably,
breath of the wild
I
feeling,
know it
right?
is, right? But like but you build stuff. So like when I'm tired playing Ark, I'm probably gonna play that. Cause isn't it like the same thing as Ark? Like
I hope so. I
you build
mean,
stuff, you like get some animals and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm quite excited for that game. Pre-alpha still like provided for people to test it out. Let us like work with a developer. You want us to communicate more about the games, like that's the way to reach out to players, and the players can like join with the developer and test it out for them. There's already like a lot of like places you can do that. Like GBTN, I've been subscribed to. I've tested like a few game from them. Like every month or so, they send me, hey, do you want to test out this game?
mhm.
If you're available, you do it. If you're not, then too bad. I know during the COVID time frame, I was doing a lot of that because I was at home already. The timing was like, albeit like, 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. in the afternoon, but like it was fine. I was still able to do those. I tested a few games that now are released. Like I tested Crata at the time. So before it got released to Stadia. So I just want to see more of that. Like if Stadia like community can like support like game or like developer for Stadia, let's do that. And yeah, we can like help out.
This is an interesting tweet. They're saying it's Stadia Sunday again. Are you playing with Pro? So maybe they'll come out with their game on Pro. I mean, look at this image right here. Like how fun does this game look?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
So you got pets.
Yeah, you got pets to follow around. There's my espresso press bear right beside me. But anyways, that looks to be very cool. I wish there was more communication on all this. But yeah, I mean the best way to do it, I guess, right now is just follow Twitter and follow the
Mhm.
games you like, because yeah, that's how I'm finding out this information.
Yeah, I found they released a lot of stuff on Twitter and social media more than like an article or something like that now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all about the tweets. All about the tweets.
Mhm.
So in regards to news this week, I mean, not much really going on. There was a new feature that dropped. I wrote a little article on that. You can find it at Stadia Source. Basically, you get to jump into your friends' games without an invite. So, people who are familiar with Destiny, you'll know this as sort of standard play. You see somebody just in orbit or on a planet, you can just jump into their world or their instance. Here, you'll be able to see somebody on your Stadia's friends list and just basically pop into their world if the game supports the feature. Pretty cool. Absolutely. The only downfall is they only released the feature on Far Cry 6. So unless you're playing Far Cry 6, you don't get access to the feature. But I hope to see that it evolves to many different games,
Mm-hmm.
especially Ark, man. Imagine I saw you playing Ark and I could just like jump in.
I know. I'm tempting to get it on PC, so just to create a server so I can host you or something. It's annoying. I just want to like to play with you on Arc. I know there's like those server that reset every 30 days. We could do that, but there's other people in it. I just want to create our world like similar to what we did in
And Terraria.
Terraria.
Yeah.
Mm,
I just don't want to lose the progress of a player if I'm gonna like put 30 days into it or something and then
yeah.
it's just gone erased. Like that just kind of blows to me.
I think that's more end game activity. So like, to keep people entertained. Because I know they had like something. I'm on Discord with Arc and they had like an activity to see like if they can get so many people on that server and they got like a bunch. I think they're testing like something new maybe.
Yeah.
They I try to look at the thing there. So the extra life announcement. So basically they're like, oh, let's get 100K. So they 100K reach, go broken in under 4 hours. So yeah, it's good. The community on Discord for Arc is very powerful. There's a lot of people. They update like the game very often, and because the Arc version on Stadia is the same thing as the PC version, it get updated all the time. Where the console doesn't get. I
Yeah.
don't see any update for console basically. So yeah, sorry we went off topic there with Arc, but like Stadia, I like the fact they keep developing new thing for a Stadia platform, but they need to make it more open for all the games, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is just the start. Hopefully we see a lot more rollout. The one two other things I probably touch on this week. Riders Republic gets a 120-minute free trial.
Mm,
So anyone who missed the 4 hour free trial week or you don't have the Ubisoft Plus subscription, you can jump into Stadia 120 minutes free. Just
mm-hmm.
no downloading of the game, like best way to get a demo access, in my opinion. So the more we start seeing this with brand new games, I feel like how would you not choose Stadia if you're just like, oh, I'm on the fence. You play it here, you don't have to download anything. There's no updates, like it's crossplay. Like there's
Yeah.
just no downside to it other than you need decent internet. And nowadays I feel like that's everywhere, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, but one I hope it comes to more games and more new games. So pretty
Mm.
cool. I could see it being like the new standard coming out for like all these big games and stuff. This
Yeah,
this hour 30-minute trial like we see on Control and stuff.
and I think we mentioned about that before. Like I heard other mention from other podcasters saying like, do that more. Like it's good because like this people can test the game
Yeah.
like without the need to have like an account and stuff like that. People still think that you have to pay to access all those, but the fact they made it free for people to test out the game, like it's perfect. Like just jump on it. Like same with this weekend, we got Ghost Recon available for free to play. So test it out. There's an update coming up. It's a great game. I play so much of Ghost Recon before. It's a fun game. I really like the gameplay and stuff. It's made by Ubisoft. And then it's their, I don't know how many Ghost Recon they made, but they evolved from there. Like I remember Ghost Recon on PlayStation 2 or Xbox, the first generation of
Yeah.
Xbox, and it was like it was quite interesting. And now they like expanded to that open world place, and then now they're evolving in the storyline. So if you play Ghost Recon Breakpoint, now there's like that free DLC update or that free update where like you got another group now. They want to take the technology that's within the island. They're coming from outside. They're almost like the Russian type of thing. So they come and want to take over, and then you have to help the what do you call it? The fighters that was like fighting the people in black, basically. Sorry, the name like come
Mhm.
out of me, but anyway, like they like in the South Island, you need to support them to fight them. So
The
yeah,
rebels. Yeah.
the rebels,
I
yeah.
can't remember all the names of the people, but we did go through that story. You helped me through that.
So yeah, you fight with the rebels against, because now the rebels like own the city or own the island, sorry, and then like you got to fight with them against the invader, basically. So
Hmm.
there's like a couple new activity, and depending on what activity you're doing is going to change the pattern of life within the island. So if you do some activity to help for patrolling, then there's going to be more patrolling from the rebel like on the island. So it's good. So it make me think one of the Grand Theft Auto I played was San Andreas, and you had to control some district or sector.
Yeah,
And
the
as you controlled
territories.
them, you had some of your gang member like kind of like driving around and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it make me think of that. So if you control a sector, maybe you can have more of the rebel in the area, if that makes sense. So,
That's cool.
mhm.
Um, the next and I think final announcement we have for news this week will remind you of your wedding here. Just Dance
Oh yeah.
2022 moves its way onto Google Stadia. So I'm pretty sure what Google Stadia does is they make you hold your phone and download an app, and that's how it sort of tracks your hand movements and stuff.
I wonder if you use the Stadia app or you use the Ubisoft Connect or UB
I think
Connect
you
you
use
play.
an Ubisoft app, but again, I've never done it. I don't have Just Dance. And what was interesting enough was I remember when we tried the Ubisoft subscription, Just Dance was not included,
Mm-hmm.
which was strange.
Yep.
Uh,
There's a few games that are not included now, like with Ubisoft Plus, and I think it was the same thing. Like so, that Just Dance was included on the PC version either.
yeah.
Maybe because it's one of their popular title, right? So
Yeah, I feel like they got a lot of like rights with all the music and stuff.
yeah, because Just Dance started on like the arcade platform that he had to like press a button on time and stuff like that. And Ubisoft developed it for console and PC. And now like I think they're the only developer making like a game like that. And that's one thing I like about Ubisoft. They like go out their own way to create those type of game that they're the only one making. So it's like they're like yeah, it's like their little perk or the little specialty there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that little niche genre for
Mm-hmm.
gaming.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, we look forward to next week when Stadia drops their blog and we get much more information. I'm hoping, to be honest, we hear about a 2-year plan or celebration. I want something for 2 years, would be really cool to get some sort of shout out, or maybe, here's all the founders, you get a free shirt, but who knows? Who
Mm-hmm.
knows what will happen for 2 years? Right now, Stadia seems to be ignoring the fact that they're going to be turning two. I've heard nothing from them on any announcements.
Yeah, and also like they already achieved their like game amount they wanted to achieve at least over 100 before the end of the year, or something like that. They already achieved that. I think we were over 200 game on Stadia now. So they
Yeah.
already reached that, which is very good. Uh, so hopefully they're gonna have something, like some GIF. I don't know. Hey, send like give some free pro game, or like extra free pro game, or maybe some controller,
I could
Chromecast
see there
Ultra.
being like a controller sale or a play and
Yeah,
watch sale
I'll be happy with the sell too.
because
Yeah,
it'll be Black Friday timing. Oh, sorry, Espresso's barking at a gorilla, I think, on this
at the TV.
at the TV.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering what's happening. Like looking at their, it's
Yeah,
might be me, but like looking at their Twitter, I don't see any news there.
no, my one big prediction is a play and watch discount for their second birthday only because it's going to be Black Friday anyways.
Is that at the same time? It's on the 19th?
I think it's very similar Black Friday this year. But yeah, I think it's just going to be Friday, November 26th. So I don't know, a week off,
Mm.
but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe they can announce some deal for Black Friday. Or like nowadays, like Black Friday, it's just like a time for any campaign to sell stuff early. So they probably gonna announce like, oh, Black Friday is coming, so here's the deal for our anniversary.
Yeah.
Come and join Stadia.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, I can't wait to see what's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, we look forward to more news and hope more stuff comes out the pipeline. I just think, this time of year may be a little bit slower. I mean, Destiny's a
Hmm.
little bit slow on the news drip, and I guess Stadia is as well. But we'll be here covering it each and every week
Hmm.
as we do. Do you have any more news stories before I jump into the closing notes?
No, that's pretty much it for the week. So I'll be playing more Stadia this week now. I'm back, and the only thing I want to mention is that I got the Pixel 6 Pro.
Oh, yes.
So this phone, so that's what I use for playing Stadia in the last week or so. Because I didn't have anything to play. I had my laptop, but like I just I just like needed like to lie down on the on the bed and play my game. I got also the claw that came
Mm-hmm.
for the controller,
Yeah.
but the thing I don't like about it is that you almost have to look down, or like when you're lying down on the bed, you have to hold the controller a certain way, and you're not necessarily comfy. I like to lay down the controller, if that makes
No, it's
sense.
flawed. The
Yeah.
claw is flawed.
So I bought this thing on at the dollar store, Dollarama. It's like $4. It's a harness that goes around your neck,
Yeah.
and you got a phone mount. I'll send you the picture, right? So yeah, it looks dorky. Even my wife was like, "You're a nerd." I'm like, "Yes, I know." So I was playing on that, but it was so comfy. I had my phone like at this height, right in my face, and I was playing. And you like, oh, how do you play on a small screen? Well, I feel like the screen size doesn't matter. Like I feel like if my screen would be massive, I'll see a difference. But like because I play on a small screen sometime, it still does work. I found like sometimes like the writing is quite small. But other than that, I've always been able to. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. I got it up.
Yeah, yeah. So there's the mount, I guess. So yeah, I like those like little like ideas for the like to play games or something like that. So
It's like a little hack.
yeah, exactly. I know I've seen some other one on Amazon where it's like a clip. You can clip it on your headboard and you can bring the mount down. But yeah, I saw this at the dollar store. I was like, I'll get it. For $4, like why not, right? So now I use it from time to time. So maybe I can watch show and play games at the same time. I can maybe try some of the new games there that I haven't had a chance to try. So
Wicked.
that's
All
pretty
right.
much it.
That's it for this week. It's no worries. Not having too much news, but I'm sure we'll get back onto the grind next week.
Mhm.
We want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching the show. As always, our sponsors, Stadia Source, 9 to 5 Google. Sadly, not Stadia community blog this week, but hopefully next week we'll be grabbing some information. And then Twitter, just checking out these different producers or game producers and their games like Skyclimbers and really following them and seeing what's going on.
Yeah,
But yeah, thanks for joining me, Sebastian, for another
pleasure.
episode. And I'm Ricardo, and we'll be catching you on the cloud next time. Take
See
care.
ya.